Special report: last Saturday's memorable Premier League game between Arsenal and Bournemouth was not shown on television due to English football's 3 p.m. blackout rule. Last Saturday, perhaps the defining moment of the season's Premier League title race unfolded. Reiss Nelson, an almost forgotten reserve, climbed from the bench to score the winner for table-toppers Arsenal in the dying seconds of their game against Bournemouth. If the Gunners do go on to win a first title in 19 years, their fans will forever remember that strike. It was a fairy tale moment, but most Arsenal fans based in the UK could not watch it live, not legally, anyway. That is because of the 3 p.m. blackout, a rule that no Premier League or English Football League games can be broadcasted live on television between 2:45 p.m. and 5:15 p.m. on Saturday afternoons. The rule was introduced during the 1960s, an era when the TV became an everyday appliance in households. Clubs believed allowing fixtures to be televised on Saturday afternoons would have a negative impact on the attendance of all fixtures. Although British society has changed significantly since then, the rule still exists. It falls under Article 48 of the UEFA Statutes, which allows leagues to designate a closed window for broadcasting. But should the blackout be scrapped? I asked fans on Twitter for their thoughts, with 80.8% of 1,226 respondents saying yes. It's a bit outdated, admitted Mark, a Sheffield Wednesday fan. Chelsea supporter Steve adds, "Nowadays, I don't think televising 3 p.m. kickoffs is going to affect anyone, is it?" The poll is not surprising. Take Arsenal, for example. Every Premier League fixture at the Emirates is a sellout. Tickets are like gold dust, and the only realistic avenue for many fans is watching from home. That was not legally possible in the UK last Saturday, forcing those fans to seek alternative methods. Radio coverage is an option, as are live blogs, but the reality is thousands of fans from all clubs will try to stream 3 p.m. kickoffs illegally every Saturday. Arsenal fan Luke admits he does stream games illegally because it's literally not on TV and it's not that hard to find. Mark tries to avoid them in general but is sometimes left with no choice but to do so. Not only is this having a detrimental impact on broadcasters, but it is also costing clubs thousands of pounds in potential streaming revenue. This was made obvious during the 2020-21 campaign, when fans were locked out of stadiums due to the COVID pandemic and the blackout was temporarily lifted. The EFL streaming service, iFollow, generated more than £42 million in revenue that term. The figure for the 2018-19 campaign, with the blackout in place, was just shy of £13 million. Of course, more fans were streaming games during the pandemic due to grounds being closed, but the vast difference in the two figures is still telling. Fewer people would stream illegally if lawful avenues existed. As Leeds fan Dennis protests that establishing legal streams for 3 p.m. Saturday kickoffs has got to be a good thing. 3CJP more chances for people to watch football if they don't live near their club. There are also question marks over whether the blackout is fair on those fans who spend a fortune on TV packages. The combined monthly cost of Now, Sky Sports, BT Sport and Amazon Prime, the UK's 3 Premier League TV broadcasters, is £73.97, £34.99, £29.99 and £8.99. Not all fans paid that figure due to providers offering various deals. Nevertheless, it is a staggering amount, especially when compared to the cost of watching Premier League football abroad. It costs $24.99, £13.88 per month to watch Premier League football on Optus in Australia, while Sky in Germany charged £24.85 per month. 3CJP, and there is no blackout on Saturdays. No way should there be a 3 p.m. blackout, says Newcastle fan Lindsay. Premier League football can be accessed in most countries, except in the UK. All games should be available to view, perhaps for a small monthly charge. Mark adds, When you go abroad 3CJP, it's good because you can see all the football that you wouldn't normally be able to see in this country. It seems a bit backwards that you can go to a different country and watch it, but you can't in this country. Subscriptions in the UK are expensive, but those prices become harder to accept when compared to other countries. Mark has labelled it unfair, while Liverpool fan Paul has called for a cost cap. Chelsea supporter Steve argues, people will pay for it, that's why it's so high. 3CJP, they know people will buy it. The UK's existing broadcasting structure plays into the hands of those who establish illegal streaming services, offering fans the opportunity to watch ALL Premier League games at a cheaper price via so-called fire sticks or dodgy boxes. As exclusively revealed by Mirror Football, police visited 1,000 homes in 1 week in January to crack down on illegal streaming. It is important to note that not all fans will look for illegal streams. Many simply accept their team's game is not on TV. As Dennis admits, if Leeds are on at 3 p.m. and I'm not going, I don't try to find a stream or anything, I just don't watch it. I might listen on the radio or something, but I don't go out of my way to watch them. Clearly, many fans think the solution to this matter is scrapping the 3 p.m. blackout, but the debate is not that simple. A lot of traditionalists still vehemently believe the rule protects attendances and participation throughout the English pyramid. After all, this rule does not just concern the Premier League, EFL and fans of their clubs. It has an impact on attendances in non-league games, as well as those who play semi-professional and amateur football on Saturdays. There is a belief that showing more football on TV could deter people from leaving their sofa or the pub to play the sport. The Premier League insists Article 48 is there to protect attendances throughout the English football pyramid, while a spokesperson for the Football Association tells Mirror Football, it is important to create a balance between live football on television whilst also protecting attendance figures at matches and participation levels in the grassroots game. There are also concerns over where the newfound TV revenue would go if the blackout was scrapped. Dennis asks, how would they do it? Would it be one game, or every game shown? And then how would they distribute that money? Would that be pulled from the Premier League, for example, and then spread across all the leagues? Or would it just go to the teams that are being shown? That would be my concern. Michelle Dordling, the secretary of the Essex Senior Football League, believes the blackout does entice fans to watch non-league games because they are not able to get their football fix at home. She has, however, highlighted the positive impact lifting the 3 p.m. blackout made during the pandemic. That allowed the league to stream games from a cup competition, with fans tuning in from as far away as New Zealand. By doing so, the league generated around £6,500 in additional revenue. Going online is a way to diversify the club's income potential to attract additional audiences, adds Dordling. She continues, it's a difficult debate to fully answer, and perhaps one that may be better split between elite and non-elite football. Dordling suggests one way forward would be to maintain the blackout for Premier League clubs but lifting it for non-league clubs to maximize their income and potential for greater sustainability. Yet fans of Premier League and EFL clubs do not believe scrapping the 3 p.m. blackout would impact non-league audiences. Mark argues, I don't think it is a worry at all. 3CJP people going to grassroots games and lower leagues, they're doing it because there's a reason why they love it. Dennis adds, when I don't go to watch Leeds at 3 p.m., I don't watch Gisely or Harrogate. There probably are a selection of people who, when they're not going to Leeds, will go support other clubs, but I'm not one of them. Steve continues, people who watch non-league football, they don't do it because there's no football to watch on TV. Non-league fans are proper, die-hard fans. There are also major doubts over whether televising games has an impact on attendances in the EFL. More fans attended Blackburn's televised home game against Sheffield United on Saturday, March 4, 16,464 than their non-televised home games against Blackpool on Tuesday, February 21, 14,483 and Swansea on Saturday, February 18, 12,584. This is a recurring theme. The attendance for Hull's televised fixture against West Brom on Friday, March 3 was 17,021, but just 755 more fans attended their previous home game against Preston on Saturday, February 18, and that was not on TV. Thank you for watching our videos. Subscribe to our channel to get notifications when we post newest videos. Thank you and goodbye.